Hey y'all. If anybody's out there, say hello. Looks like I'm online. Hey Raymond. Yep, alright. Looks like I'm on. Hey Jonathan, Axel, Pamplin, Tony, Shantae, happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. Even though, do y'all feel the weekdays anymore? Cause I don't. It all is the same goddamn day every day. Um, Hey, Mr. Lou, Latchkey. I got some people on Instagram. Hey, Golda. Hey, Jackie. The Drinking Ground. Let's see, Flocka, Bonnie, David, Selena, Mary, Laverne, AK, Pazoo, Tay, Carol, Tiff, Rachel, MJ, and Roseanne. Okay, so y'all, did y'all watch 9-4? Did y'all watch the convention last night? Hey Perrin and Tina. Hey Jason, Owen, Michelle. Donald Trump did a 70-minute speech and it was boring. I watched it and I was like totally unimpressed. Totally unimpressed. I was very disturbed by the imagery of them using the White House. I thought it was just disgusting. It was disgusting. It was totally wrong. Let me go to some of your comments. Let's see. Tiff said it all runs together. Okay, it's not just me. Hey Anna, let's see. Shantae says on this quarantine live, you forget the days. Hey Jordana, KS, Owen, thank you, Jason, Michelle. Pamphlet says, did I see Kamala's interview? I watched 5 minutes of it. I don't know how long the interview was with Craig Melvin. Wasn't a huge fan of his questioning. Shocker, right? I mean, I'm very hard on the interviewers. And I can be critical of Kamala too. I save most of my criticisms for myself, right? But I just didn't like some of his questions. I especially did not like his questioning on Jacob Blake when he made the comment, some would say that he was reaching for the knife. First of all, wait a second. That's bullshit, you know. I mean, he had his three sons in the car. He did not set out to be violent towards anybody. He was actually there to break up a fight. And so I just find it very offensive for Craig Melvin to even repeat these right-wing talking points about Jacob Blake when there's no evidence that he was reaching for anything. You know, the cops are saying they found a knife, but come on. The cops fucking say all kind of shit. They just shot this man in the back 7 times. And at the end of the day, these same cops, the Kenosha police, are the same motherfuckers that had no problem with white men walking around with AR-15s. So at the end of the day, even if he had a knife in his car, that does not give somebody a license to shoot him in the back 7 times. So I did not like his questions at all. So yeah, but I mean, overall, you know, I think Kamala obviously did a good job. I want her to tighten up her answer on black men a little bit better. She really kind of was very generic there, and I feel like she could be a lot stronger with that question, especially with, you know, the Biden-Harris campaign starting off with this shop talk. They had Bakari Sellers. They had Jermaine Dupri. I'm trying to think who else was on that flyer. Some other people. So I know that this is a focus of the Biden-Harris campaign, but I just didn't think her answer was all that tight to Craig's question about why black men should vote for the Biden-Harris ticket. Because the reality is that the Trump campaign, they're not trying to attract black men through policy. They're just trying to attract black men through this hyper masculinity. Dr. Carr was saying this yesterday on Roland Martin, which I totally agree. But I still think that, you know, in terms of that specific question and answer, I think she could do better on that. So I'm hoping that she will get that together. And I love Kamala, y'all know that, but I want her to get her black man answer together, Kamala. Okay. And I'll try to come up with some shit my damn self. I'll look through their stuff and see what specifically is geared towards black men. You know, there's entrepreneurship, there's a lot of things, but yeah, get that answer together, girl, please. Let's see. All right, let me go back to some of your comments. Somebody said, I did not watch that Klan convention. That's exactly what it was. It was 4 days of a Klan convention. It was ridiculous. But hey to everybody. I'm sorry if I'm not shouting out my name, but it's so many people on here. Um, Kamala Harris had more viewers for her speech than Donald Trump. That was very fun. I got a huge kiki out of that. Um, and so did Joe Biden. And I just thought it was interesting that they created this huge, massive, first of all, illegal display in front of the White House. And even with all that, even with these fucking terrible fireworks, which I was like so appalled to see fireworks over this federal land that does not belong to Donald Trump. This isn't like fireworks over his golf course. This is fireworks over the National Mall with Trump 2020. Like, come on, this is fucking ridiculous. Let's see. Let me go to this IG comment. As a black man, a lot of it is hyper masculinity, as well as the fact that men in general tend to be more conservative, especially socially. So there you go with that. Rachel says, I didn't watch it, but I followed the live tweeting. I'm glad Kamala and Biden had higher numbers despite Trump having a big, snowy, illegal dictator production at the White House. And what concerns me is the level of or I should say the lack of historic knowledge that we have in this country to really see how what we're seeing now mirrors authoritarianism in other countries throughout history. We just really lack that historical sense, so that I think people still aren't getting the severity with which our democracy is really under siege by Donald Trump. It's fucking crazy to me. And the media just like treats it as it's a spectacle instead of really digging into it. Okay, let me go to some of these comments. News on Jacob Blake. It came out yesterday. His father said that he was handcuffed to the bed, and I saw an interview with him this morning on The New Day, and he was being handcuffed, first of all, by his foot to his bed, and he's paralyzed from the waist down. So why the fuck are you handcuffing a man by his leg when he can't even move his fucking leg? I mean, this is just the way that they treat black people like fucking animals. And this is the shit that they do to victims in these cases. Jacob Blake survived, which was not a part of the plan when they shot him in the back 7 times. But they've done the same things in terms of illegally detaining witnesses. I mean, remember Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, was in jail for a while. He was charged with crimes. He was handcuffed, arrested after they went in there and murdered Breonna Taylor. The same thing, I don't know if you guys remember Diamond Reynolds and Philando Castile, where she was handcuffed after they murdered Philando Castile. And so this is the kinds of ways they terrorize and dehumanize black victims of police violence, and it's appalling. But today, it was reported that Jacob Blake is no longer being handcuffed to his bed, and whatever warrants they had for him are dropped. People assume that because there was a warrant, that's some sort of evidence of guilt. But obviously, the cops be fucking with people all the time. So, I think whatever the situation was, obviously it's been dispositioned. He's the victim, and he needs to be treated as such instead of some fucking slab of meat on a hospital bed that is waiting to be getting hauled off into jail. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Let's see. Somebody on IG says, Sophistic88 says, and what pisses me off about this is the fact that the mainstream media, since his birth stunt, have treated Trump with kid gloves to boost their ratings. Yeah, I think going back to the convention, the media is going to try to paint this as a draw. Like, oh, well, they both did equally as good, or they were equally effective. And we just know that's not true. We know that's not true. Hey, Granger. This is Love What You Do. Can't wait to hear you on Roland Martin. Every Thursday, I'm on Roland Martin. Let's see. Let me try to catch up with some of this stuff. Yes, Roland Martin Unfiltered did live stream Kamala's speech during Trump's speech. I thought that was fucking hilarious. I love Roland. Did you see the report that the police department has been infiltrated by white supremacists? I didn't see that specific report. However, that does not surprise me because, I mean, that's something that has long been reported about how the police have been infiltrated by white supremacists. I mean, the police chief was saying white supremacist things back before he was even reelected. And so that's one of the things that we have to be very engaged with our local elections. You know, I want to make another point. I put in my title, millionaire rappers, please. So the please is please shut the fuck up. Can we do that? Because I'm really fucking sick of these rappers who don't have any skin in the game because they're fucking rich as fuck. And all they do is sit up here and they engage in black voter suppression. I've been trying to be patient with them and saying, okay, well, maybe they just need somebody to talk to them and to outreach to them. Maybe they just need to understand the kind of policies that are out there. But now, after a fucking 4-day Klan convention, I want y'all to just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. If you don't know the answers by now, quietly seek the answers out. The shit that you're talking about, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I saw Waka Flocka yesterday posting, do Biden and Harris have a plan to address police terrorism on black communities? No. Actually, the fuck they do. Matter of fact, the Democrats have proposed, which is led by Senator Kamala Harris, who's the vice presidential nominee, actually proposed the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. So, fuck is you talking about, Waka? Like, that's what pisses me the fuck off. Then they turned around and said, oh, well, do Donald Trump and Mike Pence know? That's accurate, but did you not just see this fucking Klan convention where they basically said, oh, we stand with the people on the thin blue line, Blue Lives Matter, and, you know, just basically hyping up the police and their brutality against black people? Did you not fucking see that, Waka? The thing that annoys the fuck out of me is when you try to draw this false equivalency and be like, oh, neither do this. Now, here's the thing. Biden and Harris might not check every single box you motherfuckers have, okay? But be clear, they probably check at least 20, 30, 40, 50 times more boxes than motherfucking Donald Trump and Mike Pence. So trying to draw this false equivalency, oh, neither does X, Y, and Z, is some straight up bullshit. And I'm really fucking sick of it. Somebody mentioned T.I. Now, I haven't heard T.I. verbalize some of these things, but he all over these motherfucking posts liking all this messy shit that these motherfuckers is out here talking about. And I'm really fucking sick of it because y'all are playing with our fucking lives. When you are trying to suppress the black vote, when you're spreading disinformation and misinformation, you're fucking with our lives. Those of us who are not fucking millionaires. That's what you're doing. And I don't fucking have time for it. Google is fucking free. And the problem I fucking have too is there are people who don't fucking Waka Flocka. Have you been to JoeBiden.com or .org or whatever the fuck? Have you been to harris.senate.gov? No. Do you fucking watch the Readout with Joy Reid? Do you watch Roland Martin Unfiltered? Do you follow anybody that knows anybody about any of the fucking shit that you're talking about? No. Because I already know how it is. People curate, all of our timelines are curated, right? But for some fucking reason, people who don't curate political news or any kind of fucking news into their timeline think that because they're not seeing things that they've chosen not to see, that it means that it doesn't fucking exist. How does that make sense? So, I will have a conversation with anybody, Jill. Okay, Waka Flocka, I'll have a conversation with you. But until then, I also need you to shut the fuck up when it comes to spreading some straight up bullshit. Because that's what it is. What you're saying is not fucking accurate. It's just not accurate. And just say, oh, well, you know, why are we voting for people that don't value our lives? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Jacob Blake, whose son is laying paralyzed in a fucking bed from being shot 7 times in the back, is on the march in Washington today talking about the importance of voting. He spoke with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for an hour. And he was consoled by them and he was encouraged by them. So it's really fucking annoying when you have these fucking rappers who sit up there and capitalize off of the outrage and off of the tragedies that are happening in our community. And they're using those as a way to demoralize people when the actual family members, like Jacob Blake Sr., are out there trying to get change. Like Philonise Floyd, who testified at the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act the day after his brother George Floyd's funeral. So if we're going to listen to anybody, let's listen to the family members, okay? Not these fucking rappers who don't know shit. Let's listen to the family members and what they're trying to do. They're trying to get change. They're trying to get justice. They're trying to make it so that they don't have another group of family members that are out there being subjected to these conditions. So that's what I have to say on that. Just shut the fuck up, please. If you cannot have an informed conversation, shut the fuck up. Remember when people used to just not know shit? Remember, I don't know if you guys remember Chris Rock, I want to say it was Bring the Pain. And he said, niggas love to not know. Oh, I don't know. Now, nobody doesn't know everything. Everybody knows fucking everything. Because they saw some shit on the Shade Room, or they saw some shit in a fucking meme, or they watched some fucking asshole on YouTube. I know I'm on YouTube right now. I could be the asshole on YouTube to some people. That's fine. But they watch shit. They have this much information. They're a fucking expert. Remember when people used to just shut the fuck up? Remember when people, I don't really vote. I don't really do that. That's not really my thing. And that was the end of it. They just shut the fuck up. And they went over there and sat their ass down. And they didn't talk. Now everybody's a fucking political expert. Don't know shit. So just let's go. Can you just go back to not knowing? Can you just go back to be like, that's not my lane? Can y'all do that? Please. People are saying, I remember. I mean, it's not my imagination. This was really a thing, right? Anyway, chow. These fucking rappers. And I don't have a problem with rappers speaking their opinion. I have a problem with people telling lies. I have a problem with people suppressing the black vote. That's what I have a fucking problem with, okay? So, let's move along. What else we got going on? Today is the March on Washington. It's very responsible, unlike that shit show we saw at the White House. I don't know if you guys saw. They were taking temperatures. They were passing out hand sanitizer. I've just seen some really powerful speeches today. Tons of people on the National Mall. It's just a really great sight to see. Plus, there's also a big digital virtual march, which is also great. To March, August 20th is just a historic day in our country's history, right? There's so much that's happened on this day and continues to happen. I saw Kamala Harris left a message addressing the march. Did you guys see her? I think I talked about it yesterday. I talked about her speech yesterday, which was fantastic. Let's see. Folks wearing masks on the National Mall. Why are these rappers always going after Democrats but aren't saying shit about the Republicans? That's a good question. I point this out probably every single week on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Where is the smoke for the Republicans that y'all have for the motherfucking Democrats? Where is the smoke? Let's talk about what's happening in sports. So yesterday, it was Major League Baseball, and I can't remember the teams. I don't follow sports that closely, to be honest with you, but you had the sports teams, the baseball players that had a moment of silence and they left a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on home base. or whatever it's called. I thought that was really powerful, especially because this wasn't just all Mets versus Marlins. Okay, thank you. Because it wasn't just black people. And let's see. Do you guys have any updates on what's happening today? I've seen that they're trying to get back to potentially doing the resuming the playoffs for the NBA. I also saw that yes, there are NBA teams that are agreeing to use their stadiums for voting, which I think is fantastic. I just think it's so important that we have more access to polling stations, especially stations where people can have social distancing. I'm really hoping that we can really, really get it together with this voting shit, y'all. I mean, I've been saying it and I'll keep saying it. Voting plan A, voting plan B, voting plan C, voting plan D, right? Every voting plan you have has a drawback to it, but we have to be extra, extra, extra prepared for this election cycle. So shout out to them. I also saw that the Wisconsin state legislature is going to convene a special session in response to what the Milwaukee Bucks have done. Let's see, free parking at these stadiums. Let's say Lindsay says LeBron's org is doing a push to register poll workers as well. Yes, shout out to LeBron, shout out to Naomi, shout out to WNBA, the NBA, shout out to everybody who's involved. If you guys have specific names, I'll shout them out. Let's see. Reverend Al said vote the whole ticket down to the dog catcher. Let that shit sink in, okay? Hello. And Leon says that the NBA, WNBA, MLB have stepped up. It makes a difference. I do think it makes a difference. And I think it's great. I mean, I don't think that I'm not of the mindset, and people might disagree, that they have an obligation to do these things that they are doing. I think that they are just being very impactful, and in particular, what the media is doing right now, right? The media has this narrative. I've been seeing it all fucking week. The media narrative is, oh, this violence in the streets is helping Donald Trump's presidential campaign, right? The media is feeding into this fictional narrative that you have Democratic cities that are on fire throughout the country, and that is something that is helping the Republicans. And it's, first of all, it's just not even true. Okay, it's just not true. That's what's happening. If anything, the police are inciting violence. Let's not forget that what happened in Portland was actually Chad Wolf is illegally appointed, by the way, sending out federal forces, which were also illegal, to terrorize people. So, all of this shit is a media manufactured narrative. They're aiding and abetting the Republican narrative. So I do think that these athletes and these major leagues are very impactful in is that they are help changing the narrative about this being, oh, this is chaos in the streets, and really kind of bringing it back to what is really happening, which is a racial reckoning, and just people are being fed up with our humanity not being recognized in this country. Yeah, the media decided that this was Fear Week to try to scare everyone. If it bleeds, it leads, and they're the ones crafting and pushing that silly narrative. They really are. What city specifically is on fire right now in this country? We had a whole fucking hurricane that happened, and the media made it seem like cities were burning in the country because of what the fuck they were saying at the Trump Klan convention. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, people talked about volunteering at the polls. Yes, if you can safely do that, do that. Vote.org is a great resource for all your voting information. Workelections.com is a suggestion if you want to sign up to work the polls. Major League Soccer, shout out to them. Let's see. What else? I'm going to hop off in a second. David says, how does an incumbent promise law and order when he is the law and order already? It's amazing to me how all of this chaos that's supposedly happening is under Donald Trump's watch. So how the fuck can you sit up there and say, well, this chaos is going to happen under Biden. This chaos that you're seeing is going to happen under Joe Biden when it's literally fucking happened under Donald Trump. I mean, how can people not be pointing this shit out? It's fucking crazy to me. It's really crazy to me. Come on, this ragged computer. All right, let me see what you guys are talking about. Oh, Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo have been talking about this for the past couple of days, saying Biden needs to come out against looting and rioting because it's showing up in the polls. It's actually not, but there isn't looting and rioting, so it's all just oh my god, it just sickens me. It fucking sickens me. The looting and rioting is what's happening with the fucking Republicans breaking every law in front of our fucking faces. The looting is the fucking post office being destroyed by Trump's appointee, General DeJoy. That's the looting. When you are trashing mailboxes, when you are trashing brand new mail sorting equipment, that's fucking looting. Okay, that's looting our economy. That's what's the fucking looting that's happening. Not whatever the fuck happened in Kenosha. I don't even know if maybe, okay, I did a Dollar Tree get looted or something. Who gives a fuck? We have fucking trashed mailboxes and mail sorting machines. That's looting. That's stealing our elections. Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo. So let's get the fucking shit right. Let's get the story straight on what the fucking looting is. Okay? Not what the fuck y'all talking about because some store, whatever the fuck you claim, got, set on fire or whatever. Okay, that's fine. So the fuck what? When we have a whole ass economy that's being looted. Fucking Donald Trump is going to end Social Security by 2023 if his policy goes into impact. That's looting. So let's get the right definition of looting. Let's get our fucking priorities in order. We want to talk about looting. But anyway, I'm going to put this link. If you guys want to contribute to the Biden-Harris campaign, I'm raising money for the Biden-Harris campaign. That link, Chad, I wish they would give me a link that has $25 on it. I wish they would, because I'm like, I don't know who the fuck y'all think I'm raising money with. Okay, I'm not. There might be some y'all out there that's some ballers, but go ahead and use that red 000 function and put in any dollar amount that you can spare to support the Biden-Harris campaign using my link. I just posted it again. Somebody asked when am I going to sit down with Angela again? I'm not sure. I'm available. I'm going to hit her up today, but I'm sure she's busy. So, we'll see when she's available to do that again. But I'm here every Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Roland Martin, 6 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. We are doing Live with the K-Hive tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. And yes, that's it for me. Pamela says, if you auto pay, why do you get text daily? Child, I unsubscribe to everything as soon as I get it. I ain't got time for these motherfucking text messages and emails. I just ain't got time for it. Good Lord. But I just unsubscribe and go on about my business. I know that once you donate again, you're going to get resubscribed. But just go ahead and unsubscribe. But yeah, so anyway, all right. That's it for me, y'all. I'm going to go. But thank y'all for joining me. Somebody said, can you do some phone bank with my organizers? No, I ain't got time for that shit. Y'all see how busy I am? I still got a full-time job, but I encourage other people to phone bank. I'm raising money. That's my contribution. and doing all this shit. So shout out to everybody out there phone banking. I just ain't got the time for that. Okay. But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good weekend. See y'all tonight on Live with the K Hive. And I will holla. Bye.